Dude, what's going on? This preacher. So, I'm on I-40 East, right outside of Fort Smith, Arkansas. And you've seen at the beginning in the title, yep, my truck then broke down. My clutch position sensor, it's a problem, and it then shut down my transmission. So I'm on the side of the road out here on the interstate right here, and I got to get my truck towed. But because I have the full maintenance lease purchase, where I don't pay for nothing, and so they are coming to get it, and they sending out a replacement truck. So I'm gonna have a replacement truck while my truck is getting fixed. Now they're about 700 miles away, so it's going to take about 11-12 hours. So basically they won't be here till sometime around between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning with my replacement truck. Right, so then because I only have like 1 year left, right, on my lease purchase, that this truck is mine. So they gonna tell me, well, you just can keep the replacement truck, so you can take everything out of your truck and just put it inside the replacement truck. I said, no, dog. We ain't finna do that. I said, I got 1 year left to pay on my truck. I'm not finna start all over for a whole nother 3.5 years. I'm not finna do that. I said, I'm not finna do that. Unless the truck you giving me is gonna cost the same amount of money as I owe on this truck. Now, if it's gonna be the same amount of money and exactly the same, then yeah, we can transfer. But if it's not, I need to get my truck back. This just gonna be a loaner truck, and I'm not finna sit here and start over. I said that does not make financial sense, especially with the rates how they are. And I've been paying extra money on my truck to get it to how it is, where I have a year left to pay off on my truck. I said, so I'm not finna do that. Now, if it takes 3 weeks for you to fix, because you got the sensor is, if y'all don't know, the sensor is on top of the transmission, right? And it plugs into the transmission too. So they actually have to take a lot of stuff off and probably drop the transmission if they can't reach, once they take all this stuff out and reach it, because it sits on top of the transmission. So it is a little work, but they said, the shop did say that they have the sensor there. So they have one available. So I may not have my truck for about 2 weeks, maybe for about 2 weeks. But I'm like, no, y'all ain't finna do me with the okie doke. And that's where, for the company that I'm leased on to, where some of these drivers make the mistake, because they'll have the truck for a year or something like that, and then now all of a sudden they'll talk them into getting a newer truck. And I always tell them, okay, so you just lost $52,000. Say, well, what you mean? I got a brand new truck. Yeah, you got a brand new truck. But didn't you have your truck for a year? They go, yeah. Okay, so you just lost $52,000. Now you got to start all back over again, paying on another truck. That does not make sense. Why are you staying with a company? If it's a lease purchase, you will never purchase a truck if you always trading it in for the newest truck. You would never pay off your truck. So basically, why don't you just rent the truck? And each year, trade in your truck, because you just renting the truck. And at this company, the same amount it costs to rent a truck, and you can rent a truck and you can take that truck wherever you want to take it to. If you rent a truck, whatever you want to take it. If you rent a truck for them, you can take it out. Even their lease, they got a big long line of companies that allow you to take this truck to. So you still can lease from them as well and take the truck wherever you want to take the truck to. That's why I chose this particular lease purchase, because I'm like, okay, if I ever get mad at the company, I could take my truck with me to another company. But they won't do the full maintenance lease if you take it to another company. You're going to be responsible for all that. So I stick with this company because it's a full maintenance lease that I had chose with this particular company. So I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about that tow bill. I don't have to worry about the cost of fixing it. And I know when they take it to the shop, they're going to go through it. They're going to make sure everything is right on this truck anyway. So when I get it back, I know this truck going to be 100% and it's going to be ready to go. Now, when they was trying to tell me that, I had to tell them, I said, no, I want my truck back. Excuse me. I'm like, no, I want my truck back because I just didn't pay over 2.5 years to start all back over. No, I didn't do that. That's not inside my plan when I got this truck. When I got this truck, I knew it was 3.5 years. So I'm like, okay, no problem. As long as they treat me all right and they don't be trying to whoop me on certain stuff and things like this, which they are 100% fine. I haven't had any problems with them. So that was my plan. Be here for 3.5 years. I had got myself a new truck. I'm going to take care of it. Anything wrong with it, I have them fix it. I know about this truck. I know the truck done me well. I just do the 3.5 years and I got me a truck. Simple trade-off. I'm making money. They making money. Everybody happy. So this the second time now that they done tried that with me when my truck was going to be down for a while too. Okay, now I didn't have another dispatcher at that time. So this is a new dispatcher. So I'm thinking maybe because they'll try to get the dispatcher to try to talk you into taking another truck. And I'm like, no, I'm not finna do that. Like I told my new dispatcher, I'm not finna do that. Now, I didn't pay 2.5 years on this in a truck. I'm not finna lose that money for nothing. That's a lot of money that they didn't get off me for the last 2.5 years. So I'm like, I'm not finna do that. Nope, I'm not finna do that. Now, we're gonna fix my truck. When my truck is ready, I'm gonna bring back this other truck and I'm gonna pick up my truck. That's how we gonna do that. You ain't finna pull that okie dokie on me. Like, nah, Then now I'm locked inside this truck for another 3.5 years. And the replacement truck, it's not like I can go around and look at it and everything like that and be like, no, I don't like this truck. They show me another truck. No, I got to take the truck that they give me. Why? Because I'm on the side of the road. So I have to take this truck. I don't have no choice in that truck. So I have to take this truck. So once I done took the truck now, and now I'm driving the truck, now I'm stuck with that truck. We ain't finna do all that. Like, I tell everybody when I be in the office, when they assign you to a truck, you go out to that truck and you check that truck out. Yeah, I'm gonna pre-trip it. I said, man, again, y'all little young people with this and pre-trip be killing me with that. Check out this truck. I ain't talking about pre-tripping the truck. No, you need to check out this truck. Which include a pre-trip, but pre-trip is not checking out your truck. Okay, that's not checking out your truck. People kill me with that. Yeah, I'm gonna pre-trip the hell out that truck. Okay, that's good. But are you checking out your truck? Really? Are you really checking out the conditions of your truck? Because if the brakes is old brakes and the padding is not real thick like they brand new brakes, especially if you got to cover the cost of it, no. If you're gonna give me this truck, you need to replace these brakes. If you giving me this truck, I don't like these tires. I need some new tires on this truck. These tires are too low because when you just take off inside of the truck and it blows, even if it's the next day and the tire blow, it's on you. When I first got my truck, now I don't know how long my truck was sitting when I got my truck. When I got my truck, it had 100,000 miles on it when I got my truck. Okay, 2 days into driving my truck, I had a drive tire blow. Fixed that. A day later, I had another drive tire blow. I'm like, in less than a week, I paid for 2 drive tires. I wound up paying $1,400 for both drive tires. Okay, so that's why I'm like, no, you really have to check out the truck. Now, these drive tires, they had a lot of meat on them. They was aired up. They looking good, but sometimes some things just happens. It just happens. I don't know why they blew. These tires was brand new. Well, they looked at brand new, but they could have been old tires too, because they could have had another truck that they got those tires off of and put on my truck when they was reconditioning the truck. So you don't know how old those tires really was, because sometimes they have some wrecked trucks that come up in it, and then they'll recycle the good parts of it, and then they'll use on another truck to recondition the truck. So sometimes it just happens like that. You don't really know if the tire is really really new unless you buying them yourself and you picking them out yourself. So that's why I'm saying you really got to really check out the truck. So even like I know that my tires, all these tires I got on my truck right now, I know they are virgin tires and they new, because I didn't replace all of them. So I know for sure that these tires are virgin and they're new and they are good. This truck that I finna get right now, they can have recap tires on the drives. They can have some old tires that's already been in the accident, but they look good to them, so they gonna put it on side this truck that they sending me. So this truck could be a money pit that I'm getting ready to have, especially with tires. Now I get free tires if I take it back to their shop, but you don't know. So I'm getting this in truck, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what's going to be wrong with this sim truck. I don't know how it's going to run. I don't know if that bunk heater is going to be working. I don't know the condition of the batteries. You turn it off and all of a sudden, because of cold weather, it then lost all its charge and now it's not starting up. I know all the batteries in my truck is brand new. Got replaced. All of them got replaced in December. Brand new. Wires for it and everything. See, that's what I mean by your truck after you didn't have your truck for a while and you've been taking care of your truck. That's why I'm like, no, I want my truck back. You fix this transmission problem, you fix it, cool. Let me know when it's ready. I go back to Chicago and I pick my truck up. I'm like, y'all ain't finna do that okie dokie with me. Like, no, I'm not finna do that. We ain't finna do that. No, we ain't finna do that. Not with me. I want my truck back. And then, because I told him I'm not finna start over. Don't get me wrong, I like this company. If I didn't like this company, I would not be with this company for as long as I've been with this company. But that's not my long-term goal. Okay, my goal was to come with this company just so I can get this new truck and make money while I was doing it. That was my goal. Okay, it's not good jumping from company to company to company. Just take your time and pick out the right one. The deductions is not bad. I mean, the deductions is $256. So if once I own this truck, to keep running from them, it's 18% plus all my deductions would be $236 in deductions at 18% of your gross revenue. So that's still pretty good. And like I said, I book my own loads. I use whatever load boards I want to use, whatever shipper and stuff I want to use. I could use all that. So that's what I do. So I don't mind paying the 18%, because if I had my own authority, especially in Florida with my own insurance rates in Florida are going to be like $2,800 a month just in insurance coming out of Florida for your authority. So that's a big amount. See what I'm saying? So I'm not losing that much paying 18% into $236 deductible a week just by running up on the authority and stuff like that. Plus that deduction also includes my trailer. Okay, so if I have my own authority, I have to go out and get my own trailer and make my own trailer payments. Okay, which will turn out to be almost $150 to $200 a week. So now you put that on with your insurance, it pretty much averaged out the same thing. So that's why I don't really have a problem with that. Now your own authority, yeah, I can get paid the next day. That's the only one of the other beautiful things about it. But yeah, so y'all done saw my clutch position sensor is not working. It then shut down and I cannot move my truck. It won't go inside the gear. And I'm waiting on my replacement truck on the side of the road right now. So at least my truck still starts and it runs and I can keep warm while I'm inside my truck. And I got food and water and all that kind of good stuff too. So, but I'm good. I know y'all ain't seen me for a while. Hey man, I've been busy. I've been going through a lot. Really been going through a lot. Health-wise, been going through a lot and stuff. So I'm trying to prepare myself for getting off the road. That's why I'm like, man, I got 1 more year left, because when this truck is paid off, the same amount of money that I was paying in the truck payment and the full maintenance, which is $1,300 a week, I pay for all that. But this is why I pay $1,300 a week. I don't have to pay for nothing, right? Well, I can just add another $200 to that and pay a driver $1,500 a week salary position to drive the truck, and I still make money. So that's the purpose of getting a truck like this and going through all this, so I can set stuff up so that way it happen. In my other truck in Karen, my day cab, the dash kind of like broken 20 pieces, no lie, 20 pieces. And there's no used dashes available that fit my truck. So the other option is to get a new one. And the cheapest I found for a new one so far was $5,800, not including shipping for it. So that's a pretty penny. And with me being out so much on my recovery and stuff for my neck, I don't have just willy-nilly $6,000 sitting around just to fix that real fast. I don't, because I was using all my extra reserve money to pay my bills while I was out doing therapy and stuff for my neck. So I don't have that kind of cash just sitting around like that now. So the rest of the cash I have to have is time I have to take out for my neck, and for treatment, for physical therapy, for any shots that I have to get, going to the doctor. I always got to go home to go to the doctor, so I lose about 2 days just going home to use the doctor. So my reserves is left for things like that to keep myself financially afloat while I'm out here on the road too, as well. Especially as I got to pay for my own tires and stuff. So, all right, this preacher hollering out. Stay faithful.